Yo, what's up, dog? Listen, is a spring compressor really worth it? In this video, we're gonna find out, man. Let's get it. Welcome back to another video here at chrisrodproductions, and if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this particular video, and if you were brand new here for your boy, just hit the sub button down below. Today we're going to be digging right into a spring compressor that I recently bought over on Amazon. And no, it is not one of those traditional spring compressors like the two clamps you put on each side, bring the spring compressor down, or bring the spring, compress it, and wait. And no, it is not one of those traditional spring compressors that you have to put the clamps on both sides of the spring and then compress them down, and it's like kind of sketchy. And you've seen that video where the guy gets pinched, right? Because I know I've seen it. The spring compressor that I'm going to be showing you guys today is going to be one that has like a U-shaped fork that pretty much goes on the top of the spring and on the bottom and compresses everything down all in one shot. And the price point that I paid for this particular spring compressor is going to be roughly around about $100 over on Amazon. I have a link down in the description below, but if it does scare you, there's all other options that I will put down there as well. All right, so I paid about $100, and that's what it cost me to be able to get the whole spring setup done on my Cobra. But onto the spring compressor. So here's our massive tool casing that we got for this particular spring compressor, and it pretty much comes with these following things. We got the different set of forks that come with the whole unit, mainly so that we could be able to choose which particular forks to go on to the spring setup that we have for whatever car we need. We got a bag of goodies, which is pretty much just hardware and as well as an Allen key. That way we're able to get the forks onto the tool. And last but not least, we have the beefy tool that we have here present, and this thing is massive and it's heavy, just to keep you guys aware. Now I know instantly you're gonna have two questions, and two specific questions alone. Where are the instructions? And what's the reason for these forks having this yellow plastic thing and these other ones not having it? Well, I'll tell you why. As far as the instructions go, I'll be honest and be truthful. I threw those directly in the garbage, and pretty much because the instructions on this whole unit was terrible. I couldn't figure it out with the instructions, so I had to figure it out on my own. Use my brain. And these yellow plastic things are pretty much guards for your springs. So if you have a nice shiny red or shiny silver, whatever color your spring is and you want to protect it, it's a guard to protect that coloring. But I will say, don't even bother trying to use them, because in my opinion, springs are very dangerous to handle, and I want to make sure that the last thing you ever need in your life is to pretty much have a compressed ass spring slip on you because of a stupid plastic guard. Scratch it up, it's going under the car anyway. Don't worry about it. So with that, all this yellow plastic garbage, just throw it away. You don't need it. You know what I mean? Throw it out. It's not worth it. Not worth your time. Just not worth your time. But now let me show you guys what I did in order to be able to do a whole spring job on my 98 Cobra, all right? Check this out. This is the steps that I took. The first thing that I did was grab the spring tool alone, and I pretty much put grease, high temperature grease, like the same grease you would put on brake pads, and I put it on the entire threads of this particular tool. Now, why exactly would I do that? Guys, you gotta think about it. The same way that you wanna use a ball joint press, you know, that big clamp, the C-clamp with the thread, you wanna grease that up, and the reason is pretty much because you don't wanna have a lot of friction onto the metal, that way it heats up and then it breaks. No. You put the grease, that way it stays somewhat cool, and you can have nice and easy flow when it comes to that thread. Just to show you guys in real time, I mean, it already has grease in it, but literally, take grease and legitimately just smear it directly onto the thread. Smear as much as grease as you want. It's not gonna hurt it or damage this in any way. It's just gonna make your life a whole lot simpler. Then you wanna be able to work the grease into the entire threads of the tool, so pretty much just actually work it in there by simply pretending to use a tool. Grab the necessary forks and the supplied hardware, and be sure to even put grease onto the hardware, because ideally this is still going from metal into metal. So you want to make sure you have as much grease as possible with these threads. That way you're not stripping anything out, and you just have a good time when you do a spring job. We got our grease bolt, we got our fork, just tie them all together. So it's got the little notches, put the notches right in, and then screw the hardware directly on. Tighten your screws up onto the forks. For me, I just go a little bit snug. And once you snugged it up, you are now ready to use the spring compressor onto a spring. Now I will say, before you actually put those forks onto the spring strut itself, or the spring tool, before you put them on, be sure that you pretty much test fit them onto the springs you currently have coming off your spring strut or the springs that are currently on your car. But regardless, I'll show you how to fit the forks onto the spring and get them, the way how I got them, which was pretty much snug and all the way in to make sure it does not slip. So here we have our old spring that was pulled from the car, and here we have our spring compressor, and pretty much you want to get the forks onto the spring. So we got the proper size forks, and now, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna grab the spring and put it on the fork, but ideally, you take the whole tool, throw it on there, right? So you pretty much want to make sure you get this kind of all the way in. And at this rate, I can start tightening this down just to make sure I have a nice snug fit. So here we have the tool snugged onto the coil spring, and pretty much you want to have the forks all the way within the coil itself. And as well, you want to make sure that the notch that's right here, it's like a small lip. You want to make sure that that lip is after the coil, or pretty much the coil is fully set into the fork. So we got the lip right there and the lip right there. Now all you have to do is pretty much tighten down the nut that's on the tool. So once you do that, you're pretty much set to go and take your spring out in or put the new one in. And as far as the size of the nut that's on the tool in particular, so you can tighten it or loosen it, well, I'm using a 7/8 ratchet wrench. You can use either a 7/8 or a 22mm. So let's get to cranking. And real quickly, as far as your hands, make sure your hands aren't near the coil. You know what I mean? Make sure they're away. So even if you're tightening it down, you just want to have your fingers at least away from the coil spring. So be safe. Just be safe. Guys, and just like that, we have a completely compressed coil spring on the tool. And guys, I'm moving it around, jiggling it. Obviously, you got to be careful in the way because there's still a lot of pressure, but this is not going anywhere. And I trust it at least. And now, just for the sake of the video, we're going to be using our 1/2" impact with our 22mm socket. That way we could just release the coil from the tool. Once again, hands. Keep your hands away from the entire tool. And that is how you use the spring compressor tool from Amazon. And if I'm being really honest with you, I love the tool. I gotta admit, for me, especially for the first time I actually installed springs ever on my Mustang, this was amazing. I had a great experience. I 100% recommend this tool. Some quick pros and cons, and we're gonna start off with the cons. Con number 1, this tool is extraordinarily heavy. It's very heavy, especially when you have the forks attached to the tool. Con number 2 for this tool is going to be pretty much that the instructions that came with the whole unit was completely garbage. I mean, it does not have anything that's specified correctly, or it doesn't really make sense. So throw that out. Don't even bother with the instructions. The third con that I think that this particular tool has is going to be those plastic inserts. And I already mentioned it before in the beginning of the video, but I got to mention that as a con. So throw those plastic inserts and or the guards, throw it away. I think it is the most dangerous thing about the tool because it's plastic with metal. It will slip. You don't want that. Not at all. And the final con that I have for this particular tool, which is con number 4, is going to be pretty much the size of the tool. And mainly, that becomes a big issue when you're doing springs on a car that does not have a spring strut. So basically, a car that doesn't have a strut with the spring and or like the similarity to a coilover. I mean, that's going to be kind of an issue, but it depends. I was still able to use it on my Mustang, and that's a 1998 car. So it'll still work. And now let's talk about the pros. And if I'm being really honest with you guys, I may have only like 2 pros, but for me, this tool is still worth it, right? So pro number 1 is going to be that this tool is pretty much, in my opinion, the most easiest tool that you could potentially use to do any kind of spring job on your car. And the second and final pro that I'm going to have for this spring compressor tool is going to have to be the price point. When it was on sale on Amazon at that current moment, for me, it was around $86. And I believe currently right now it's about $100. So with that being said, the price point compared to the, top company brands, I would say it's worth it. The irony of this right now, the fact that the cons are weighing a little bit more, or pretty much a lot more compared to the pros, is the fact that Amazon has actually have a recommendation to be careful with the product because A lot of people do not like it, and they've been returning this particular item. But it doesn't mean that a spring compressor tool is not worth it whatsoever. I think that in particular, if anything, this one, the one I got from Amazon, is not one that people like. But a spring compressor tool that has a better quality and probably a bit more money, I would say is 100% worth it. It's going to be more valuable for your time and get the job done a whole lot quicker. But I'll still put the affiliate links down below to this spring compressor tool in as well with the better quality brands that are out there on the market currently today. But with all that being said, if you guys found this video enjoyable and or helpful in any kind of way, be sure to leave a like, and don't forget for your boy, be sure to join the click by simply smashing the subscribe button, and as well as with a notification bell. Until this, my boy Chris Rod, and I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.